Even though they contain inactivated or dead pathogens, vaccines still will cause an immune response when injected into an organism. True or false?
False.
The strands of a DNA molecule are held together by hydrogen bonding between adenine and guanine molecules and cytosine and thymine molecules. True or false?
False.
The work of Chargaff, Wilkins, and Franklin helped to define the shape and structure of DNA. True or false?
False.
According to the base pairing rules, an adenine on one strand always pairs with a thymine on the opposite strand, and a cytosine on one strand always pairs with guanine on the opposite strand. True or false?
True.
Oswald Avery and his co-workers demonstrated that treating bacteria with DNA-destroying enzymes, A, also inactivated proteins in the cells, B, caused bacteria to undergo transformation, C, prevented harmless bacteria from transforming into deadly bacteria, D, prevented DNA from transforming into protein molecules.
C, prevent harmless bacteria from transforming into deadly bacteria.
Avery and his research team concluded that A, RNA was the genetic material, B, protein bases were the genetic material, C, DNA and RNA were found in the human nucleus, D, DNA was the genetic material.
D, DNA was the genetic material.
The scientists credited with establishing the structure of DNA are A, Avery and Chargaff, B, Hershey and Chase, C, Milner and Griffith, D, Watson and Crick.
D, Watson and Crick.
A gene may be described as A sequence of amino acids, B, proteins found in chromosomes, C, a sequence of nucleotides that codes for a specific protein, D, a sequence of nucleotides that codes for the production of starches and sugars.
C, a sequence of nucleotides that codes for a specific protein.
In the life cycle of a cell, DNA replication occurs during the A, synthesis phase, B, resting phase, C, second growth phase, D, first growth phase.
A, synthesis phase.
The enzyme responsible for unwinding the DNA double helix is called DNA.
A, polymerase, whatever the word.
Okay, pause. Change now.